record straight. You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the...
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Diecast review. Now you may be wondering, didn't you already review this one? Yeah, but it kind of backfired for whatever reason. Somebody, thank you so much to whoever did it, I don't remember the username, but somebody pointed out, hey, at this timestamp here, it goes black and never comes back up again. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. I don't know why it would do that. So I looked at it. That is true. It did go black and didn't come back for whatever reason. So I just took the video down completely, and I deleted all the previous video I had of this car, and I'm just going to redo it. Which is not really ideal to any diecast creator, or reviewer, I guess. Either way, not ideal. So we're just going to have to do this again. But this is the Dale Earnhardt Jr. 2020, was it 22? Yeah, 2022 Camaro in quotation marks for the late model, also in quotation marks. Because if I'm not mistaken, which I very well could be, but if I'm not mistaken, this is just some Camaro and late model decals slapped onto a Monte Carlo from like the early 2000s. So they kind of didn't really do anything about it. Like, they didn't really come back and make a new mold. And they said, new mold. It's not necessarily new by any means. And we can also tell that it's a little older because the interior is gray. That comes on the older cars. So this is not something they have remade. This has to be something they just kind of pulled out of the vault and slapped some decals on it and called it the Junior SunDrop late model. So this is not the first time we've seen this car. I think it was released years and years and years ago when the original SunDrop car ran. I got a picture of it here. And it's kind of like, I don't remember what year it was, but I know that it was like pretty much a rerun. Like, this scheme was just reran in a late model race, with Dale Jr. also being behind the wheel. Now, this was ran at North Wilkesboro. I'm actually going to do a custom diecast of that race version because I got two of these bad boys for that specific reason. So, obviously, whenever I get that done and get the box done and stuff, I'll re-upload the actual review of that custom diecast. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks that it's on, like, I'm pretty sure it's on just a old Monte Carlo mold. I don't think it's anything special. But, I mean, I guess it's better than them slapping it on a 2022 Cup car, right, and calling it a day. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised, but at the same time, they threw it on a Camaro, quote, Camaro decals, and on a decal sheet, and threw some couple extras in there and slapped it on a Monte Carlo, so, you know, whatever. Either way, because of that, the front end of this thing looks mad goofy. Like, it looks bad. It's weird. But it's just something we gotta roll with. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this diecast out of the box and kind of take a look at this weird looking thing. Here's the diecast out of the box, and I just got to thinking of something I kind of mentioned in the previous uploaded, now deleted review. I don't even know if I should call this a NASCAR diecast review. So what I did for the title is I put NASCAR in quotation marks with a question mark after it at the end. So I guess I'm just going to do the same thing because I don't really know what to call this. And it's just a one-off, so I might as well throw it in with the other, you know, NASCAR diecast reviews per se. So yeah, I guess that's what we're calling it for right now. Late model diecast review / Camaro / Monte Carlo review, whatever you want to call it. Either way, yeah, so this is what we have. Again, if you want to see what I'm talking about with the front end, look how goofy. Look at it. Look. What is that? What is this? Why? What is that? And no, it's not a mistake. It's not a Lionel quality error. It's not anything like that. It's mass-produced that way. Now, obviously, with it being a non-legitimate Camaro late model mold, some of these aren't going to fit very right, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. So that right there is what we are working with in terms of the late model car. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. But it's still a SunDrop paint scheme. Pretty cool that it was actually produced by Lionel. And again, I believe there's been some other diecast that was not Lionel. I don't know for sure. But I've seen a few kind of floating around. I don't know if they're customs. I don't know if they're real. I haven't really looked too much into it. But I do believe that there was a junior late model SunDrop car produced way back when. Either way, with me being a junior fan, I guess it's okay. We got a new release, but either way, yeah, it's still a pretty cool little thing that they got going on. It's a little goofy looking, but it's still cool that we get a SunDrop car, and, you know, it being quote-unquote late model, it is pretty cool. So, I mean, you know, I'm not going to really complain too much, really, even though I already have. SunDrop, citrus soda. Right there on the hood. I don't think I've ever had SunDrop, but if I did, it was one time, and I don't remember what it tasted like, so there's that. We got, ooh, what does that say? Solid Rock Carriers, I believe, was the banner right there. I'm pretty sure, anyway. I actually kind of read that from 124 and just kind of remembered it. So I got the number 3 right there. Good old classic number 3. Got that green behind there. SunDrop, and got these little panel markings. Now, this is not actually like a race version, so you're not seeing the lines as like something that was actually finished with the car, but I mean, that's how it was technically put together in a way, because these lines represent the panels, and they're like the little rivets represent, you know, where it was like bolted in and all that stuff. So that was like technically how the car looked. Yeah, like that split down the center, that is what the car looked like. That's just the different panels they used to put together. But I mean, it's not a race version or anything, you know, it's nothing crazy. Yeah, I got SunDrop there, SunDrop on the back end with the number 3. Got the SunDrop on the quarter panel, got the Hoosier tires, not Goodyear, Hoosier. Cars Limited, well, no, what is that? Is it the, what is that? Is that the, no, Solid Rock Carriers Tour or something like that? Is that like the, that's probably the, whatchamacallit name, the, series. I don't know, got the exhaust down here, that is supposed to be there, that is actually like just the late model exhaust. They have it sticking out the side right there with a white skirt, looks pretty good, got all the pop rivets and stuff. That is something I do like, what they did. It's not as bland if you put all the pop rivets and all the panel lines and stuff. I think those are pretty cool. Got the white around the door. Again, that's just part of the design they had going on. Junior Motorsports RE. Something there again. And then the Chevy bow tie. For all these contingencies right here, I remember reading some of these that I've never seen before. So we're going to take a shot at this SRS or SR5 maybe. Mel Adderbrock Arrow Harrison's, I know that one. Strange Oval, Circle Track, Race Parts, DRP, Comp, Pro Fabrication, Pro System. I don't know, so there's a couple Pro stuff in there, I have no clue. Hoosier, right there above where the Goodyear would be for these cars. Hoosier tires, again, where the Goodyear tires would be. Got all these here, don't know any of them really other than Quartermaster, VP, something Performance, technical something, or I don't know. I got the number 3 there. Here's the really weird part. This thing just looks like a channel catfish that got smacked in the face with a shovel. I mean, it's weird. It's really weird. It's just, I don't know, man. It's goofy. It's funny looking. I don't know. Like, I feel like if this car was in middle school and like surrounded like a bunch of other like older cars, they probably make fun of them, like bully him or something. You know what I mean? Anyway, like, that's just, I don't know. It's a funny looking car. I mean, it really is. It's cool because, you know, we get a Junior SunDrop new release, but it's still kind of funky. And not in the cha-cha slide way. This is not a good funky. This is kind of a weird funky. I'm not really a fan of it funky. Not feeling funky about it type of funky. You know what I mean? It's weird. It doesn't line up on the front. Gee, I mean, maybe because it's not actually a late model mold, because they used a freaking older one that was not the model. Anyway, yeah, so they just threw some Camaro decals on here. Called it a day, basically. So it was kind of weird. Again, it's still cool, don't get me wrong, that we got a new Junior release, but it's weird, man. Also, I believe you can actually get these cans. Like, you can get the SunDrop cans that have Junior on them. You can get like a pack of 12 that have the car on them and stuff. I'm looking for those. Apparently they're being sold in store, so I'm going to try to get one. If not, you can get it online somewhere, no matter what. But I still want a can to have like collector item can, and it'd still be a pretty fun little thing to have. But nonetheless, I do believe that's pretty much all we have for this SunDrop car. Very, very cool. Very weird, but still very cool nonetheless. I'm glad to see that Junior is still actively racing in a few things, competing in a few things. He's still up in a booth and stuff sometimes, so he's around, and that's still pretty awesome. I like how he's just didn't give up after he got done racing. He did still stick around for a little bit. I appreciate that. That's pretty cool. Very respectable. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has always been about racing and about the fans, so it's, nice to see him around. But anyway, with that being said, I do believe that'll be all for this diecast review. Still don't know if I'd call it NASCAR diecast, but it is a diecast nonetheless. So, once again, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Everything that I ever worked for, I'ma keep on posting till